What's going on, y'all? Low Key Conversations. Curtis Smith. How y'all doing? How y'all living? How y'all feeling?
Colleen Smith. I'm in the building.
I'm in the building. She working on it.
Listen, eventually I'll get it.
She's in the building. She's working on it.
I'm in the building because I fucking live here.
Listen. Give me the drink already. What's going on, y'all? Curtis Smith here, Low Key Conversations. How y'all doing? How y'all living? How y'all feeling? Colleen Smith here, my wife, beautiful. We about to jump right into it, and she can steal her drink back. We had a couple of live episodes because there were some production indiscretions, but we back now. Appreciate y'all rocking with us for the live episodes. And again, just real quick before we jump into it, I appreciate everybody checking in with me personally. Like, I was out of commission for a couple of days or whatever, and everybody checked in, was looking in on me. I appreciate y'all. I'm okay. I'm good. Hi. I'm good. I'm okay. This week, my guest. This is my family, like legit my family. But this guy has done more. This guy has done everything it is that I wish that I had done when I was his age, in regards to college, in regards to me playing football in high school and not following through with it. I'm a slacker. I don't give a shit. He followed through and did everything it was that I wanted to do, and we have some things to talk about. So I want to introduce to y'all my family, my cousin. Like, this is my cousin. This is my real cousin. It's not like, my guy from down the street that I grew up with. Like, this is my family. It's my cousin. So I'm going to introduce to y'all John J. I don't know if he wants his last name divulged, but I'm going to introduce John J. to Low Key Conversations, B.
That's an old one, man. No one calls me that no more.
Welcome.
That's crazy.
Listen, because I'm grown.
It's family,
Yeah.
That's true.
What you want, John?
It's my cousin.
You want John?
John J's cool, man.
John J's cool?
What do they call you now?
They call him John.
I got all types of nicknames. It's
JJ?
wild. Yeah.
You JJ from Good Times?
Never.
You JJ from Good
Nah, I
Times?
ain't JJ. I've been Johnny Boy.
Johnny boy.
I never call you John.
Nah, don't ever do
You
that.
don't
You're
look
not,
like a
you're not,
Johnny
John-
boy.
you're not
Thank you.
Johnny.
Thank you. I
You
appreciate
John.
that. Yeah.
You're grown ass man. You John.
John J.
Try to, man. Like,
John.
say with your chest.
John J.
Barrel
You
chest.
John. John
Don't
J.
Jingleheimer on that.
That works.
Mr. Smith.
But nah, man, what's good with you?
Man, living, man. Just making changes. A lot of changes.
We
out in
gonna
Boston
talk
now,
about
so.
some of them changes.
Yes, sir. We will. Yes, sir.
So, all right. So there's a few things that I felt like were they're intriguing about you. You know what I mean? Like you're not a kid anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm older. You know what I'm saying? So I did a lot of things for you. Like, all right. So you and my 3 younger brothers came up the way I came up with my cousins growing up in the Bronx in New York. Shout out to Tyrell, Carell, Nanette, like my family. But y'all came up the way me and Stretch, Rob, Alex, like y'all came up the way we came up. So y'all were raised more like brothers as opposed to cousins or whatever. So I still look at you like my little brother, even though you like 6 foot, 200 and 200.
He's a little big
200.
On the license.
No, I'm just saying, like, son, like your biceps got biceps. Like I'm not even. But nah, like y'all came up like brothers more than cousins. Like that's what it was for me. Like I came up with my cousins as brothers. We was raised under the same roof. You know, like I had 5 mothers. Like I didn't have one. Like I had, you know what I mean? Like I had my mother. I had Aunt Niecy. I had Aunt Linda. I had Aunt Avis. I had, rest in peace, Aunt Avis. I had Aunt Hope. Like you had my mother. You had your mother. You had grandma. Rest in peace. Like you had a bunch of people raising you. You know what I mean? Like everybody came up under the same umbrella. But I feel like despite all of us, like you were the most quote unquote low key out of everybody. You know what I mean? Like I was everybody knew me, and then you know Nat with his dancing and all of that, and then you had Carell with his MMA and UFC, and then you had Tyrell with his karate martial arts, and then it was you, and you was like, I'm gonna play football. Like, you know what I mean? Like you was wild, low key. Like everybody else is doing some outlandish, you know, unorthodox, and you was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just go to school, play football, and that's just gonna be my life. But so what? And you went to school, like you went to college. Like out of all of us, like you was the one that really like ventured off and went to. Word up! Shouts to you going to college. Be like, you went to college. What school you went to? I
went to Wesleyan University. Yeah, you can little shout
What'd
out
you
there
major
real
in?
quick. Economics. Still trying to figure out when I'm going to use that.
Really?
But
Economics.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a college.
You could pretty much do anything.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I didn't love it. I actually went to school thinking I was gonna be.
I didn't love it.
I didn't love it. I didn't at all. I thought I was gonna be an engineer. When I went into school, like I used to love to take apart
That's
Game
good,
Boys
too.
and like random things like that.
Like the break
oh, the
shit.
phone's broken.
like the-
I did
you
like
like
the
the-
break
you
shit,
like the
and then
break
try to put it back together so no one thought
I don't want to get in
Where
trouble.
were
Let me
you when
fix
we were
this.
trying to fix Batman?
I mean, bring it back. Facts. I mean, bring it back. I mean, I was the little like until my younger brothers, I was the little one for the longest time. So I was the one like, oh no, I did that. Like, let me fix this. Let me do this. And like, so I don't know. I always kind of had that idea. Like, I wanted to be an engineer. I wanted to, put stuff together. And then that was like the only place I knew best like to do it. I mean, we could talk about how I ended up there, but I ended up just not liking physics, not liking all that. I was like,
who likes
I was like,
physics?
actually,
Not like in school.
Yeah, I didn't.
Who likes physics? I don't even know where to start.
Honestly, economics was like, I know I want money, and this is all about money. So like, I mean, that was my naive thought as coming in as a freshman.
Not necessarily naive. Like that's like you had the proper motivation. Like
absolutely.
Everybody is groomed to think that like money is the end all be all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Ambition.
Yeah, and like, you know what? And I think even before all that, it wasn't even. I don't even think like I mean, I just kind of thought like college was like the thing to do.
Yeah.
But it really started from football, honestly.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I started playing football when I was 7.
I remember.
I mean,
I remember.
That was like people were like, oh, like I'm gonna go see a Ja Rule concert. Like I was going to practice listening to Ja Rule. Like I was 7 years old. Like and you can't stand him, but I know I don't like him either. I don't like him either.
I'm not a Ja fan.
I'm not either.
Tell you look like Ja Rule.
Oh no, don't do that.
I will bust you in your forehead.
I mean,
Don't ever tell. I will bust you in your forehead. If
But
you
it's
ever in your
true.
life, it's true.
No, I don't think you do, but people.
You
say
just said
do.
it's true. What you
No,
mean you don't
people
think it's
say
true?
you look
All
like
right,
Ja Rule.
Stop. Commercial break.
Nah, we're gonna have this focus. We're gonna have this conversation later. What you talking is true. I look like Ja Rule.
I'm not saying you do. I'm saying
You just said that. It's true.
no.
It's damn
You're more
true.
of
You
a
had like you
Tupac
got the
to
whole
me.
Kurt Angle. Why? Because the nose ring. I look like Tupac. Get off me. Don't touch me.
Everybody hit you.
Anyway,
with that,
focus back on John and Jay.
yeah.
We're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, man. Football was my first motivation. I mean, I started playing when I was 7, and I was good.
Yeah.
Like I think there was me and like a few other kids that was.
What'd
Yeah,
you play?
yeah. I was like,
I'm rocking with you guys.
I played running back. That was what I started, and that's how I finished.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was, I don't know, I just felt like I loved the game, like getting on the field and, first touching the ball and you just running by people, making them miss. And like, Like I had like my mom, like my friends' moms, like running down the sideline with me.
Yeah.
Like the type of energy was just something that you
That-
didn't
yeah.
like. Like when I was done, like that energy was not there. Like so it was.
No, I get it. I
was a
absolutely
different
get
vibe,
that.
yeah.
Like I played football in high school. I did. So, like to have the people that, you know what I mean? Like, so when you're in school, it's just you and your people in school. It's just you and your friends, whatever, in school. But when you under those lights on a Friday night, you know what I mean? Foley Stadium or, you know what I'm saying? Like when you under those lights, you got them pads on and like you don't necessarily know who's showing up in the stands. You know what I'm saying? Like you know who you want to be there. You know the people that told you that they was coming, but you don't necessarily know who's up there. So when you on like the back end of the field or whatever, and you catch like you catch a throw or whatever, and you go and you hear like you don't know who's cheering. Like that's just the school, or is your mom out there? Is your dad out there? Your brothers or whatever? Like you just want to show and prove.
Exactly.
And then when you get into that end zone, like people that never played football, like that's
that
the
feeling.
I mean, I was a cheerleader.
That was the. Why are you trying to take away from my moments? No, I'm just saying, like that is like that's one of the greatest feelings ever. Like to receive a catch and to juke or like to get by a defender and make it all the way into the end zone. That is one of the greatest feelings ever.
It really is. Man.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I'm speaking from experience. Like I played football in high school, and I was good at it. But so your ambition to like that's what you wanted to do. Like you wanted to play ball.
Did you go to college based on football?
The ultimate decision wasn't based off football. I knew I wanted to continue playing, and I knew that college was the next route to continue playing. I was nowhere near close to done. I had a few D1 looks. Yeah. At local schools, University of Rhode Island, Sacred Heart for a little bit, but nothing like 1 too serious from that end, and then nothing that really captivated me. Yeah. So crazy. So I went 4 years of high school, and I chose where I went to high school. I went to St. John's. Boo. Oh, boo. Right.
Boo!
Right. Right. Yeah, I can never wear.
Nah,
I can't.
to
To
hell
this
with
day,
St.
I
John.
can't wear a
Hey,
suit and tie.
Listen, I got my
Was
ass
St.
whooped.
John's all boys?
I got my ass
Yeah.
whooped by St.
Yeah.
John's
It
a
was
bunch of
difficult.
times.
An all boys school.
I went to South High.
I went to North.
All right, I went to South. St. John's whooped us every single time I played.
They were all
So,
boys. They had no focus but
I didn't
football.
have no girls on my football team. So
Well,
what you
I
talking
No,
mean-
but I'm saying they didn't have any focus but football.
So the big thing about
There was no
why it
girls.
was so good was we could take talent from anywhere. Like it wasn't strict to your district. Like
Yeah,
only
like y'all
the
could
only
pull-
kids that lived in the South High district could go there. Like it was
Exactly.
regional, so
Right.
Yeah.
anybody that wanted to go could go. So you could really get anybody.
Yeah.
And that's why I went there, because like I was like, all right, where are the best schools? Like that was my decision for high school. Where are the best schools? Okay, St. John's on the map. How do I get in there? Figured it out. Like, and that was it. So I did my time there. I call it time because it was that man. Like
You make it sound like jail.
Nah, it wasn't. But it was
It
very
sounds pretty
very
preppy.
strict, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it in the fact that, in a sense, it kind of made me the man I am today. Like I learned a lot from it. I learned a lot of good. I learned a lot of negative about the world.
Yep.
So I'll never look back at it as a negative experience. I just see it as an experience.
Yeah, you took away from it.
But that was definitely, I think where I definitely shined was there. I had a really great career there.
Yeah.
It could have been better, but we don't look back on things like
Not supposed to.
not supposed to.
But
But
sometimes
Oh,
we
that's
do.
good.
Yeah,
That's
but
But
really
nah,
good.
yeah.
If
I mean-
that's your mind frame, like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, you took it, you absorbed it, the experience.
Lesson learned.
And you
move
moved
on.
on. That's what's
yeah.
up.
So like we'll build on it. So and it'll all build. You'll see where it all leads to, because I know where this conversation will end up.
Do you
This
really?
low key conversation will
Do you
end
really?
up. But
know.
so my senior year, I was arguably one of the best running backs in the state. Like, no pun intended. Like low key, I was one of the best running backs in the state.
Pat yourself on the back much.
I mean, you can check papers, everything.
Whoa.
We're gonna research.
You're bragging, motherfucker, for real. You are really a member of my family.
Listen,
proceed. I'm listening. Go ahead.
In the paper, they put that. In the paper, they put if I had gone to any other school, I would have easily been a 1,500-yard rusher.
I know that for a fact because I followed. You don't know because we didn't see each other much.
Yeah,
I followed everything you did as far as your football career in college.
I didn't know that.
Well, I followed everything. Which is one of the reasons why I wanted you here, because I followed it, and I needed to understand why when you had all of those accolades and you had all those eyes on you, what deterred you from it. Like, so I'll keep going, but I followed everything you did, and I just needed to understand like where did it shift.
Yeah,
but go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, I mean, so a mix of things, couple injuries specifically. I remember that. Early. Took me some time to kind of get back, and I wasn't where I wanted to be, but my senior year, crushed it. Crushed it with what I had to work with.
Yeah.
I probably averaged, I think I had under 100 carries on the entire season. I think the average running back had over 250.
Yep.
We changed the spread, kind of threw my game off. And a lot of the colleges that I was talking to were like, yeah, we like you, but we need to see more of you.
Exactly.
And that's what it is. It's marketing. It's at the end of the day, you got to produce.
Yep.
And we need to see that you could carry the rock 20, 30 times a game.
Yeah.
And I wasn't getting that at St. John's. On a good day, I was getting 15.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a game we lost crazily. It was 20-16. It's a very nice school. I had 5 carries, 70-ish yards.
Yep.
That's over 10 yards a carry.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy. So,
those were the moments where you felt like, damn, if I had to, if I had to rock more.
Mm-hmm. And there was some angst, but I was like, you know what? We'll make, something will come of this. Eventually, I ended up with the opportunity to go to a prep school in Connecticut, Hotchkiss School.
Yep.
If you thought St. John's was a preppy school, that took it to a whole nother level, which was really eye-opening. Our background.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We tried not to say that we didn't come from, but we came from we came from nothing. So when I was walking in there,
from the bottom,
man, when I was walking, I had a girlfriend in prep school. I walked into her house. This is the type of people that was in school. I walked to her house, went to the bathroom, and the floors in the bathroom were heated marble floors. And I was shook. I was like, what is this?
I'm gonna need their phone numbers.
Right.
I just need to know
it was
that actually exists.
It was an
I need to experience
it. It was an
that.
eye-opening experience, man.
Floors?
I would love heated marble.
It was an Aston Martin in the driveway.
What?
Heated stone floors, big ass house.
How you messed that up, son? How you messed that up?
The way, if I don't like somebody, that's it. Point blank.
Better learn.
Money, yeah, right. We thought about that.
You better learn.
Been there, thought about it.
Stop.
Nah.
I get it. I get it.
So that was.
If it's not you, it's not you.
Yeah. So that was the kind of place that I went to, and it was cool, man. The team was really bad.
Yep.
But the team was really. We went 2 and.
But you're like, hey, this heated marble
we went
floors, so
yeah,
I guess
we went 2 or 3 and 5. Yeah, facts.
Team was really bad.
We went 2 or 3 and 5, and that was an eye opener for me.
Yeah.
I had another injury that season.
Yep.
Even when I was producing, our first game, I had 160 plus yards, 3 touchdowns, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, an interception. I was literally playing offense, defense, special teams.
Yeah.
Wasn't off the field. And we still lost 52-21 that game.
Wow.
All right, so now let me ask you this. With all that happening, you knowing your potential, you knowing what it is that you have to bring towards the table, and so at the end of the day, you can't carry an entire team by yourself.
Right. Yeah.
You can't. Did you feel a way? Did you have animosity? Did you feel like you were doing all this work and it's not being reciprocated? Nobody else is stepping up the way I'm stepping up.
You want to be fuck
no,
your marble
no, not even that. It's I'm putting in all this work. This is my future. I'm putting myself, my talent on display. I'm busting my ass. Y'all don't give a shit about it as much as I do. And now, because of that, I'm suffering.
Right.
No, I didn't feel.
How did you walk away from that?
I didn't feel that.
Really?
I'm gonna tell you what I did.
You're not a member of my fucking family if you
So
feel that.
no.
You felt that.
So
it's a little don't.
All right, so
low key
there-
conversation. Don't lie.
there was a little bit of that. I'm
Exactly.
gonna be honest with you. There was a little bit of that. A lot of it.
Like, where are you?
Exactly.
A lot of it was like, yo, is it really? Like, are y'all really not this good? Like, I had a couple of teammates. Like, my offensive line. You know what the offensive line is supposed to look like.
I know. Yeah.
I was bigger than 2/3 of them.
You okay?
I
mean,
was
you're
bigger than
two
2/3. I was
thirds
big.
of most.
Sorry, I was bigger
Pause.
than.
You're
true.
bigger than
But as
2/3
a-
of
but
most
as a running back,
Americans. Pause. You're bigger than 2/3 of most Americans, bro. Pause. Pause.
But
But go ahead.
but like as a your offensive line is supposed to be bigger.
Yeah.
Like so that was like kind of the team that I was with was like I was bigger than 3 out of my 5 linemen. And like so at first I was like, damn, like this team sucks. Like these guys suck. Like why did I come here? After a little bit, I was just like,
I hope you ain't got no friends on this goddamn.
they do.
I mean, it's fucking prep
they'll know
school,
whatever
so.
happened. But at the end of the day, it was
No,
like
go ahead.
I was just like, there's nothing I could do about it. Like at this
Yeah.
point, it's like I'm here. I'm at where I'm at. Like
Yeah.
all I could do is produce
Yep.
to the level that I'm
Do your
capable
best.
of and do my best.
Exactly.
And so where I messed up is the know-how aspect. I was told like, oh, like you'll get recruited playing linebacker, not running back. Like, and I took that as like a couple older people told me that, and I didn't know where I was going with life
Yeah.
and everything, and I was like, you know what, I'll do it. So that's why I'm as big as the way I am, because I wasn't always this big. You know that, like,
Yeah,
I
I
mean, I
know.
was jacked, but like I wasn't
know.
like.
I remember.
This came from prep school. Like I was like, all right, I might play linebacker, so like let me beef up. So I beefed up to 215, like
Yep.
from 195 pounds. I put on like 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And it kind of killed my game because it made me more of like
It made you slower.
It made me more like I'm good at everything but not great at one thing,
Yeah.
which is like what gets you into college.
It put you in the pocket.
Right. So with that being said, I busted my ass that season, did what I could, and I didn't get the looks that I wanted.
Yeah.
Like point blank, like I wasn't even looking at D2, D3. Like I know I'm good. Like I'm gonna play D1 somewhere.
Yeah.
I really liked Georgetown, and I ended up, they were in the stands one game and didn't hear back from the coach. Was supposed to hear from the coach, and he left without even talking to me. And that's when I knew I was like, it's a wrap. Like that was
Yeah.
my one like shot at like the level that I wanted to play at.
Yep.
And that's when I knew it was a wrap. But I was like, I know I can still play ball at a competitive level, and
Yeah.
that's where Wesleyan came in. Coach Dice, shout out to Coach Dice. He's a knucklehead. He's my dude.
Nice.
He's my man. Dice is the man. I still remember the day he picked me up after like I was wrestling, yeah, of course, with our family.
Of course. Yeah.
Right.
Like hold on, tell me. I'm gonna pause real quick. Like you said, what? Like you don't really get it. Like
No, I know that we have a large bill at WrestleMania for Chinese food.
It's not even about
like the Super Bowl and
television
this-
shit. Like it's not the television shit. Like we were all like him, me, my 3 brothers,
Right.
Tyrell, Carell, Nanette. Like we were all like we all trained. Even before we were training
to wrestle.
To like some
to
sort
utilize-
of combat,
look,
like martial
exactly.
arts, like
Combat,
that,
like-
I
that
know.
type of sport.
to
Yeah.
utilize our entire body in some kind
Right.
of combative defense to protect.
That's why you came in and
Everything.
kicked the heavy bag.
That's why I came in.
It's
and kicked the
not
heavy
like
bag.
we don't punch
2-piece with a kick.
only. Like we're not just punching you. Like if we're getting into a combat situation with you, like it's not. I'm not fighting with you. I'm not wrestling with you. Like if you coming at me, I'm thinking that you don't want to fight me. You coming at me to kill me. So I'm gonna kill you first. Like that's just what it is. Like that's how we were brought up.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna just punch you in the face and walk away and we shake hands and be like, good fight. Like no. If you coming at me, you coming at me to kill me. I'm gonna kill you first. That's how we was
Or
brought
at
up.
least put you to sleep so I can go home.
Exactly. Like, we're not like the normal
Facts.
breed.
Yeah.
We're not the normal breed of
No, I know.
of fighters.
I know.
But proceed, bro.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put that out there.
Facts,
like,
facts.
because you know what it is. Like, people see a heavy bag. Oh, yeah, now we punching. No, we kick shit.
Nah, we kick shit.
We kick, we punch, like, we grapple, we choke, we strangle.
This is not my first day.
Like, that's what we do. Like, I'm just putting it out there.
I'm
So, any of y'all motherfuckers that want to test some shit,
Don't try it.
just don't do it. Because we do this shit for real. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah. I mean, back to that. I mean, Dice picked me up. Took me out towards where my school, where Wesleyan is, Middletown, Connecticut. Took me to grab pizza first, which was lit. Like, he fed me, like, took me out to meet people. That's how they get you. I mean, it was a typical.
Listen, I haven't had pizza in 2 months.
He got me with that.
They get you with pizza.
Yeah, he brought me to the best place too, so he knew. But I mean, it was a typical I guess like a football like recruiting visit. Like, you know, you go out, like they walk you by, you know, like all the seniors, like they do a little bit of the academic stuff, but like they want to show you like a good time there. So like I went out, you know, met up with a couple guys that soon became like some of my best friends, and I fell in love with the school. And like, I mean, I was gonna go to WPI for a little bit down the street in Worcester. I wanted to stay home, and like that was like where my heart was. So I ended up, you know, I was like, all right, let's do it. Like, I'm gonna play D3 ball at Wesleyan, and like I know I could play D1 ball, and they knew I was capable of that. So
work your way up.
So I was like, let's just go. Yeah. So I was like, let's do it. Like, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Do we want the fast version or the short version of college football?
Nah, we want the truth.
Honestly,
you want the truth? Yeah.
Like, I feel like I know the story. Like, you can give like the synopsis.
Yeah,
of the situation. Like, you don't have to like get like real intricate and all of that. Like, because I know how you feel about it. Like, I know for a fact that it's a touchy situation for you.
Yeah.
And if you really don't want to divulge too much into it, I'm cool with that.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to give as much as you're willing to give.
The quick and short.
Give as much as you're willing to give.
The quick and short. My style of play was extremely aggressive. Like that. I mean, you know, like I was quiet a lot because I held a lot in as a kid. That's why, you know, low key was like how you thought about me, because that was me. Like, I was low key, but like I had a lot of anger growing up and like things that happened like in high school, everything like that.
You did go to St. John's.
Yeah, I mean, but even beyond that, that's facts. But even beyond that, so like when I played, like even when I reached the college level, when dudes were like as big as me, if not bigger. Yeah. I still played like I was in high school. Like, I knew I could dominate everyone. Yeah. And that style of play definitely needed to be changed early. But I never had that like wake up switch. Yeah. To be like, bro, you can't be running into anything that stands. My freshman year, I broke my rib. My sophomore year, I separated my shoulder. And
those are all injuries that you really can't fix. Like,
right, like you have to take your time. You just gotta
take that time, and like you gotta endure that pain. Like, there's nothing that they can do for you.
The rib happened like right after my first varsity game. Yep. Had a great game. Broke my rib like literally the day after, like in a JV game. Like, I don't know why I was playing a JV game, but whatever. After a varsity game. The next year I went in like playing JV again, because I'm again building myself back up to being like that top guy again. Separated my shoulder trying to muscle through a couple dudes that were some big dudes. Instead of running around them, I wanted to be all aggressive and stuff, and I did that. And that was the separated shoulder was kind of the end of it. It was, you know, like you know, especially with college sports, like now you're a liability. Yeah. Like, you can't be on the field. Like, you're injured. Like 2 years in a row. Exactly. Like, we're gonna find somebody who can stay on the field. Yeah, you're expendable. Because like we could put you as the first guy, but I don't want to base my offense around you, because you go down, then we gotta plan B, plan C. Like,
and at the end of the day, honestly, like what people really don't realize is like when the draft comes around and you know, like there's all this excitement and there's all this hype around the draft and who's going to be picked. The colleges don't give a shit about that. You know what I mean? Like, when you're playing for the college, you're playing for the college. You're playing for that school. Like, they want you. A lot of those colleges don't want you to get drafted because they want you to continue to bring that that hype and that excitement around their school. Right. When you get picked up by, you know, any NFL whatever, it's taking that excitement. Yo, he got drafted from Boston, wherever you got drafted from, but then it takes away from their excitement, and they got to start all over.
But then
they don't want that. So like they don't really put the kid like when the draft comes around, the colleges don't really give a shit. Like they don't want you to go there.
Right.
I know that.
So it looks good for them in one sense. We're like, yeah, we put a lot of guys to the NFL.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, like as a coach, you're thinking like, damn, like
I lost another one.
I lost another
Yeah.
one. Like maybe it wasn't a senior year, but if guys that leave their junior year, it's like, damn, like
You had one more year.
I had one more year. Now I got to
to-
figure out a whole new system to like
Exactly.
make this thing work. So, I mean, and that it was kind of the same thing where like with that injury, it was just like,
And then that sucks because it's
time,
like
bro.
the players want to have that loyalty, that camaraderie to their college team. And they feel a way like, yeah, that's their dream. They want to make it here. But at the same time, they've had this whole team and this whole, system that they've grown accustomed to and they've grown to love and
Right.
appreciate, and they feel bad if they, you know what I mean? Like some
Yeah.
of them, I'm gonna say
Some of them,
everybody,
not all of them, 'cause
not
at the end of the
anybody,
day,
because
it's
everybody,
like-
like some of them dudes, like chill, give me the money,
get my check, right?
yeah, exactly.
For real.
Like, but a lot of those dudes is like, damn, I don't want to let coach down or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
if I go, then he gotta, you know what I mean? So it's like putting play, like that's.
Yeah.
I'm glad, like, I'm grateful for the years that I did play football, but at the same time, it's like I'm glad that I never had to endure that pressure because that's pressure. It's not excitement. It's not, you don't get to enjoy that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's pressure. You got the pressure of your school. You got the pressure of your family. You got the pressure of your coaches. It's like you don't get to enjoy it.
Exactly. And
So-
I think with me, so I started with the pressure of like, damn, like I let everybody down. Like I'm
Yeah.
injured again another year.
Yeah.
And then when I realized I wasn't playing anymore, like that's where it really, like
Yep.
that's where it hit me, man. Because it was like I would look on the field and like everybody knows how I feel about it, so I don't care saying what I say. I'm looking on the field like I'm better than the guy in front of me that's playing.
Yeah.
I'm just a liability, so that's why I'm not on the
Right.
field.
Exactly.
And that's what shook me like to the core more than anything.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yo, I'm still capable.
Yep.
Like I'm bigger than you, stronger than you, faster than you, quicker than you.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting on the sideline like
Yeah.
just an unused toy, like for real, like a toy on the shelf. I'm Wheezy from damn Toy Story, man. That's because I got the asthma pump. Shout out to the asthma pump, keep me alive. That's what I felt like, man. So like, eventually, and then my man Dice, he had my back from the jump.
Yeah.
He was like, we need to use this kid. Like, we're not going to sit here with, the best athlete or one
Yep.
of the best athletes on the team and not use him. So I moved over to defense. And I didn't pick it up as quickly as they wanted, for sure. And,
Yeah.
and I got to put some blame on myself. I didn't pick it up as quickly as they wanted.
That's not really where you wanted to be.
And I think a lot of it had to do with that. Like,
Yeah.
I think I focused a lot on the fact that like I'm an athlete and I'm gonna make shit happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Than anything else. And when my senior year came around and a freshman and a sophomore and another senior started ahead of me,
Yep.
I was like, damn, like that's it. Like I looked at it and I was like, that's my 4 years of college where I could have been playing D1.
Yeah.
And I'm not even starting at a D3.
Yeah.
That's where
discouraging.
it was because
Definitely.
like it for me it was like at first I was like, damn, I'm like really not good enough.
Yeah.
Like and now I'm looking back like no, like I'm talking to you now like the way I am because I'm like no, I know what I'm capable of.
Yeah, like you figured it
It's
out.
just the fact of matter. I mean, that's what it was. I mean, even when I was getting on the field, it was crazy, man. Like I would get on the field like second string. And my name would be called 3-4 times in a row. John Vassar on the tackle. John Vassar this. John Vassar that. Boo, boo. And then I'm back on the bench like, in a week. Like, and my coach is just like, I got my 3 guys. And, like, I'm rocking with those guys because, they're going to be the long haul.
Yeah.
And so, I like, it took me to, like, the end of it to be like, all right, man, like, I got
Yeah,
it.
something
Like,
else.
I'm putting it aside. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to figure something else out.
yeah, exactly. So, I think that was when I really started getting serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's when I really started getting serious. So I got serious about just like job searching after that, which was like, that's when I knew it was Like the
let me
fire
check.
was gone.
And then that's
the fire
when
was gone,
like
man.
the profile pictures of you in the suit and tie
Yeah,
and all that
that's
extra.
actually exactly what they
I know. Like I've seen it. Like
Yeah, man.
And it wasn't just like who was you taking those pictures for? I'm also look. I've never taken a picture with just me dressed up in a suit and tie.
You
like,
wear a tie every day.
No, I do that now because that's my work.
Nah, you know what? I just remember something,
But
bro.
you know, don't.
Cause
hold up.
no.
I
'Cause
know
you
what
tried
you're
to
about.
play
I know
me.
what you're about to do.
Yeah,
You tried to
I'm
play
not
me
trying
on
to
that
play
picture.
you.
No. You know what you did?
Let me time
I
out.
took that picture, and you were like,
No,
"Your tie's
don't say-
crooked."
No, it's not. No, it's not even. It wasn't even
was.
one pick.
It was a little crooked.
It wasn't even one pick. It was a couple. It was a couple joints. Or
I had-
whatever, like, but they were
Mr. Tie Perfection.
They were professional pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like you took professional pics of like you with the tie, like your shirt was buttoned all the way up to the top, and then the tie was like down here, whatever. Like, son,
It wasn't down there. It was
no,
like,
but it was though. It wasn't up here where it was supposed to be. Like I know this because I wear
Listen,
shirt
he's
and
a
ties
professional.
every day. B, I tie my own
Every day.
joints,
He
so
has
whatever.
72
But look,
ties.
don't. Why you gotta put my?
You got an
voice up?
exact number?
72 ties. Yeah, because I put them all on the rack. I counted them.
Listen,
That's impressive.
I'm a shirt and tie dude. So when I saw you in that, it kind of blew my mind a little bit. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? I'm like, I didn't understand it. Now, talking to you, I get it. And my whole thing is, like, you didn't know what you were looking for.
At all.
Did you find anything?
Of course.
Let me ask you this.
That's true.
After the football, you know what I'm saying? Like, after you really, like, kind of put a damper on it. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't give you the passion that you had before. It really didn't. And I noticed it. But you picked up something else from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you started something else. Like, there was, what is it? Let me say it right. Because I got some alcohol in me. Explosive what?
All right.
Getting buff.
Performance Academy.
Really? Getting buff.
That ain't it.
Explosive getting buff. Like, nah.
Wow. Let me throw that on the market. And see.
Yeah. Explosive getting buff.
Yeah. So
There's a comment, but
Yeah.
explosive getting buff. Like, what is it?
I can talk to that. So
What's the title of it?
that is a wonderful company. Started in Michigan. My man Mario Hines. Shout out Mario.
Shout out to Mario.
Mario.
Shout out to Ricky. Shout out to Ricky.
Shout out to Ricky, too.
Ricky
We stopped
Bonnie.
clapping Ricky. I'm sorry. We could have
Number 2 there.
My wife will keep going for you.
And John Vickers, of course, who was the founder of the entire thing.
Don't wait too many names.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the last one out there, of course.
Yours.
So that came up a little after I really put the damper on it. So right before I met them, I had this little stint of it's like semi-pro ball.
Okay.
Where like it was fun. Just like playing with some cats out in Fitchburg, like some teams out here. Yeah, facts. But
I'm fucking with you, man. That's a natural.
Yeah, that's natural. Natural. I know you. I know
Go ahead.
you.
I know you're serious.
Yeah.
But that's just natural. It's like breathing to me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it was cool, man. Like it was fun. Like I think it brought some of the spark back. But then, so the issue with that league was, it wasn't as competitive as
What you were doing.
what I was doing before. And
Yeah.
so it was fun, and like I was playing it, and like it was dope. Shout out to my man Wes for throwing me out there and you know bringing me back out to the game. But
Yep.
that was like all right, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I did I jumped in because like someone was like, oh, like come play pro arena. Like I actually played 3 months of pro arena football.
Word?
After I met Mario and them.
Shouts to Mario.
Yeah,
And
man.
them.
Shout out to y'all.
That's
Mario
my
and Ricky. That's my
to Mario,
dudes.
man.
Yeah, man. I mean, so with the transition, yeah, football is my passion. I always love to work out. Obviously, I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna let you hit the joint. Obviously,
All right, so
because you was gonna hit the.
I'm gonna say this. Real talk. Like, so every other guest, and shouts to everybody that's ever been on my show or whatever.
I mean,
but
thank you for making me look small.
nah, real talk. Be like, yo, shouts to everybody else that ever been on the show or whatever. Like, they come on and it's, you know, like, motherfuckers make fun of me for wearing my tight t-shirts.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, son, my chest pokes out a little bit, son.
My
like
joint's,
a little bit.
my joint's screaming right now.
Like, you know what? Like, I love you so much. I can't even give you the F you, B. Like, my shit pokes a little bit. Like, I work out a little bit. So
Yeah,
my
but
shit...
isn't your little brother bigger than you?
Pause. So let's stay on course.
30 seconds, you.
But time out. Like, all right, cool. All I'm saying is this. Anybody that's ever been on my show, whatever, like, then had some kind of comments or whatever about me for, you know, like, I try my best to... I try my best
Don't
to stay
give
in
me
shit.
the middle
No.
finger. I like your little shirts.
You said my little shirt. That's what she said. I thought she said my little chest.
No, your
was
little
about to
shirts.
We was about to box for real.
Your little shirts.
All right,
I like your little shirts.
My apologies. My little shirts. Listen, but everybody else has come on, like they make comments about my little shirts and how I'm tight. I'd wear little shirts too if I could or whatever. Like I'm fit. Like I'm not sloppy. I'm fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then you come on my show and it's like,
that's why you're sitting over there.
get the fuck out.
That's why you're not sitting here.
Everything want to be like, hey, yo, get out.
That's why I got my own camera frame.
Yeah,
Shout out to my camera frame.
He's sitting there. You can't stand up. Like, don't stand up, son, because you like 6 foot what, 200 plus what. Like, you're not gonna make me look small on my own set. But whatever.
So what do you do on a regular basis? Do you eat a lot?
Yeah. So I still what I need to be careful of is I still eat like I play football, which is not cool. Like,
Okay.
I'm already starting to see it a little bit, but
Where you seeing?
don't worry about that.
Like,
Where you
This is
seeing?
a
Your
personal
toes?
thing. Yeah, my
Your
toes.
toes, your earlobes.
Yeah, my
like,
cat-
where you seeing
My
it?
legs
I
are getting
like
kind of
bread.
thick. Yeah, my ass is
Your
fat.
teeth? Like, where you seeing that? Your teeth, your toes, your
thick with two
earlobes,
C's.
your
Pause.
eyebrows. Like, where you seeing that? You're not seeing it nowhere. Stop front.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I won't. Yeah, I mean, it's there, bro. I eat a lot, and I love to work out. It's just like, it keeps me whole, keeps me sane. And I'm passionate about it. And if I could teach people how to do it the right way,
Yeah.
like, that makes me feel good. So that's kind of where I got into XPA, Explosive Performance Academy, with my guys.
Yeah.
That's the Explosive Performance Academy.
Yeah, we'll drop it to XPA Mass.
Thanks,
is our location out in Cambridge.
We'll put the link at the
Just trying to give him that
we'll put the
shout-out.
link at the end of the episode so
Yeah.
that everybody can get
Some love to my guys.
information.
Out there, man. Yeah, man. I mean, so the way it actually happened was Tejan joined one of their. We started it was a winter development league.
Yeah.
Legacy is the name. And I met them, and I was like, yo, like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, this is something I've always wanted to do for like a really long time.
Yep.
I just moved to Boston. Love to connect and join you guys in this mission, man, of giving that information, that love, that promotion back to these kids.
Yeah.
And since then, it's been a tough road. Like, they've almost dropped me off a couple times for me not being whole and sane when I needed to be there for them. But I'm working strong with them now, and we got a lot going on out in Cambridge, man. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I think a lot of people are out there, trying to copy, the stuff that we do. No, seriously.
Yeah,
and
you're
I'm like,
working with high school and college kids.
so we work with high school and college age kids, with athletic development, core strength, speed, like you name it, just helping them be a better athlete. And then also just being mentors, like, working with these kids and like, setting them up for success, like on the field and, in school, but just like being men.
Yeah.
Like, and young men, young women as well.
Just giving them more options.
Exactly.
Than what they had.
Exactly, man. And that's kind of how I got into that. I've always been passionate about it. And that was kind of my way of taking football and putting that same energy.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, like, I walked in today, I have 2 pulled quads. I pulled both my quads because I haven't been working out, and I'm trying to compete with these kids.
he
and like,
pulled his quad,
but, and
babe.
I'm getting shown
Everything
up.
about me
Yeah,
right
man.
now, because he said that wants me to cut, because it's his family. Like, this is my cousin. This is my
Facts.
little cousin.
He pulled
like
his
he
quads.
young. He a little cousin. So anything about me wants to just jump in and be like, son, you all right?
Man.
What you need? Like you need a massage?
I'm good,
like,
man. I'm good.
What you need?
Like,
my little cousin.
I hobble when I walk right now, but that's temporary.
All right.
It's cool. I'm like,
Good. He good.
man, I get out there, man, and like, so just like training with the kids, like in the gym is like dope. Like, but I got the chance to get out on the field and like work with a couple guys on some speed stuff and like route running, things like that, like things that make them better at their position.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like it, man. Like
Right.
like it's not the same feel as like running into the end zone, but like
Yeah.
knowing that like these kids got to
Right.
like just a little bit better. We call it 1% better daily.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Just 1% better that day on that field, and like I got to be a part of that. It's a blessing, man. So like, I'll take these pull
Yeah,
quads.
definitely.
So let me
'Cause
ask you
it was
this.
a lot of fun.
Let me
It was
ask
Maybe
you
cool.
that's
this.
where you're supposed to be.
Let me ask you this.
Maybe.
With everything that you've already gone through, with everything you've experienced as far as, college football, ambitions of, NFL, all that. Would you want to be playing in the NFL right now with the situation the way that it is?
I would say a year ago, yeah. Nah, not now.
Yeah.
Though.
Hold up, time out.
2 years ago, yeah.
Would you take
Right
me?
now,
No, hold up, time out. Wait.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, wait.
Absolutely.
But that's what I'm asking you. Like, okay, so you said a year ago maybe. Now, absolutely not. Like, what's the differentiation between the two?
So I think you make a good point. So maybe I would. I mean, I think if today someone was like, "Yeah, you got a spot on this team, like you're in," yeah, I would absolutely do it.
You would do what?
I would play.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I would. I like being real with myself. Like it's not all out. With what's going on in the NFL right now,
Yeah.
and I think where it's coming down to is like a lot of the, with the owners, and then of course the, any player who takes a knee gets fined.
Yep.
Yeah, I would absolutely take a knee. I mean, I think I don't like what's going on in the NFL right now, and to be 100 with you, like, I don't know if I can watch it unless I know that those players are still taking a knee like before that game. I'm gonna be real with you, man, because because at the end of the day,
I respect that.
At the end of the day,
I respect that.
at the end of the day, all these like Roger Goodell, like all the owners that vote, because at the end of the day, like any owner that says like, oh, like no, I voted this way, like you had a say to make it so that it was okay to take a knee, and you just didn't say what the real issue was about.
Exactly.
Because everyone wants to make it a like, oh, it's a disrespect to veterans, it's a disrespect to America.
Yep.
No, we're taking a knee because there's constant disrespect
Right.
Yeah.
to black and brown people
Yep.
Right.
in this country. Like
Yep.
it's a constant disrespect to equality. Like seriously. So like, yeah, when I was playing semi-pro, I was taking a knee every game.
So you understand the dynamic of the NFL and how everything is broken down right now, where you can't, like, you're not supposed to have a say. And if you have a say, you're fined. Like, you
Right.
lose money. Like, you're taking away from money from people who are supporting families right now. And
Right.
it's just not okay. But my thing is this. It's not just the players. It's camera people. It's producers. It's directors. It's coaches. It's water boys. It's taking, like, the more you create a dynamic where people have to choose between, yes, I'm going to watch, and no, I'm not going to watch. And then the people that decide not to watch, it takes away from the money from the people that are still loyal to not necessarily the NFL, but their jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're losing money. And that's not fair. So,
But
But you know what? I see what you're getting at, and that's where I
That's
do
just
have
real,
some-
like-
it's real. Like it's not gonna hurt the owners. It's not gonna hurt Roger Good. It's gonna hurt them a little bit, but the people who are really getting hurt are like the water boys that'll lose their jobs, things like that. But I almost feel like I don't want to say it's like a necessary sacrifice, but it's got to be a wake up call. Like if you don't want to lose your ratings, then why don't you educate the people who think that that taking a knee is an atrocity to America, that it's disrespecting people?
Right.
Why don't you educate people for what it really is?
Because it's not lucrative for them to do that.
Okay, but you know what? It'll be lucrative for you if people are educated and they understand that it's not a disrespect to the father of Joe Bob from Alabama who fought in who's a veteran for it's not about disrespect to veterans. One of my best friends is in the Army right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take a knee out of disrespect. I'm not taking a knee out of disrespect to him, and he knows that. I'm taking a knee because at the end of the day, like people like me are still facing injustice. Like, like so until that's fixed, like I mean, the same people who are facing injustice are those same players that are making you billions of dollars. Roger Goodell, like any NFL owner. I can't even name names right now. Any NFL owner. Tejan Vassar down the street, my little brother. I know. I'm gonna put it into heartfelt stuff. My little brother looks like any other little kid. He could get scooped up off the street by some cops off some BS that ain't nothing worried about, like that they don't give a damn about.
Yeah, facts.
But that could be that same kind of kid who's put millions of dollars in your pocket because he's one of the most dynamic athletes this state's ever seen. But now you're not going to get that opportunity to see that because he could have been shot down in the streets for thinking that he was a criminal.
Right.
And that's not right.
And that's not right. Yeah. So like maybe stop educating, stop with the miseducation. Because that's what it is. It's miseducation. And start with some real education. Like,
Shouts to Lauren Hill.
Come on. Like, I had to drop it.
No, you're right.
I mean, stop with the miseducation and show these people that we're not here to disrespect. Like I'm not here to disrespect like any veterans. Like if you from the South and you or anywhere from the North too, because there's racism up here. Yeah, I mean, there might be some neighbors like, and we had a different type of racism up here where it's like we're not gonna call it to you to your face.
We're not gonna talk about the lady.
We're not gonna call it to you to your face. We're gonna call the cops and like do all this stuff and like. And passive aggressive stuff. That's the Northeast type of prejudice and racism. But like until black and brown kids can like be on that same level and not be one labeled as just like, oh, like you'll only be an entertainer, an athlete, or a criminal. Yeah. Like take a knee.
That makes sense. Yeah. And you're right. You're not wrong. Because it comes from every angle. And you're forcing me to process some shit. And I don't know how to deal with that. But I'm going to thank you for coming through.
Definitely. Thank you.
Little Cuzzo.
Little John Jay.
Little John Jay. Little John.
You want to hear one of my wild nicknames?
No.
Yes, I do though.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So a lot of people call me my last name Vass, like Vassar. Vass is one of those. But you're gonna hate the pitch to this. So, one of the linebackers on my team at Wesleyan. Damn, I'm doing this.
Yeah, why are you doing
He
that?
called me. My nickname was Vaseline.
Stop. That's it. I don't need to hear no more. Bruh, listen.
I don't want to hear it. Because I can't say that and then not end the story.
We got to come back and hear the rest of that.
You can't do that.
I want to thank John for coming through
Vaseline.
and blessing us with his appearance and the information.
You really
and
not going to
the
let me finish
knowledge
this?
that he blessed us with. This is local conversation. If y'all have any input.
I'm going to sip this.
Oh my God. Any input, follow-ups, whatever, y'all can reach us at lowkeycombos@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Low-Key Conversations, on YouTube at Low-Key Conversations. Subscribe to the channel.
Can I throw a quick shout out?
No!
Share.
You can't say shit after Vassar.
Vaseline.
You're not gonna let me.
And
You
on
really not gonna
Facebook,
let me.
Low-Key Conversations.
Damn, you're not
Follow
gonna
the
let me
page.
post the story.
Share
I am
the
Curtis
page.
Smith.
And I
This
am
is
Colleen Smith.
That is John Vaseline Vassar. And we will follow up and see y'all next week. Peace, love, and respect.
Have
to
a good
everybody.
week.
Have a good week. Deuces.
Blessings, y'all.
Yeah.